ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तम् तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः तृतीयः पादः।
अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः तृतीयः पादः।
अनभिहिते कर्मणि द्वितीया उपसर्वतसो कार्यादिगुपर्यादिषु त्रिषु तृतीयां हेडितान्तेषु तथोऽन्यत्रापि दृश्यते।
उभसर्वतसो कार्यादिगुपर्यादिषु त्रिषु द्वितीयां हेडितान्तेषु ततोऽन्यत्रापि दृश्यते।
अभितः परितः समयानिकषाः प्रतियोगेषु
अभितः परितः समयानिकषाः प्रतियोगेषु
तृतीया च होश्छन्दसि अंतरांतरेण युक्ते कालाध्वनोरत्यंत संयोगे अपवर्गे तृतीया सप्तमी पंचम्यो कारक मध्ये कर्म प्रवचनीय युक्ते द्वितीया यस्मादधिकं यस्य च ईश्वर वचनं तत्र सप्तमी पंचम्यपां परिभिः प्रतिनिधि प्रतिधाने च यस्मात् यत्यर्थ कर्मणि द्वितीया चतुर्थ्यो चेष्टायामनध्वनि चतुर्थी संप्रदाने तादर्थे चतुर्थी वाच्य
ताद्यते चतुर्थी वाच्या
हितयोगे च
हितयोगे च
तादर्थे चतुर्थी वाच्य. The last class from the Rashtriya Sanskrit Samsthan, the examples that we saw. Yes, given Tadarte Chaturthi, but it is Karmana Yama Avipriti Sampradhanam. By that, it is Sampradhana Karka Dapa Chaturthi Sampradhane. That is proper. But Tadarte Chaturthi is given. Because if you see Janani Anayati, for example, Ishtanam. So the first Kriya Padam, Anayati, for which the karma is Mishtanam. So Karmana, Anayati iti Kriya. Karta, Karmana Yam Abhipraiti. Yam Sambandhanati. So by karma, which the Karta wants to connect with what? That is Sampradhana. The karma is Mishtanam. The karma by Kriya, the Karta wants to connect with Aham. Therefore, Aham is Sampradhana Karaka by Karmana Yamaripriti Sampradhanam. It is not only for Dadata, it could be any Dad. Dadata we know. Yes. Sampradhanam, the word itself is derived from Da. Okay. Therefore, object of giving, the object, the karma, goes to whom? This is Sampradhanam. Similarly, here also. But here, Tadarte Chaturthi, yes. Tadarte Chaturthi may not be the Vartikam, that's how we have to take it. It is Chaturthi Vati. This is Sampradhana Chaturthi, that is proper. Okay, so, thinking about this, and also in support of that, neither such examples are not there in Kashika, but so we can say, I said this is a Lokika example. But Lokika example also, when it fits very well with Sampradhana Karaka, then Ashwini say it's a Vartikam. The Vartikam it is Tadarte Chaturthi. Okay, so you can take this as Sampradhana Karaka. So this Tadarte Chaturthi, I feel it is not required. It is Sampradhana Karaka, Karvana Yamabhiprati. Previously, this Rochate. Dhanate Chaturthi. We don't have any Dhanate Chaturthi, etc. This is Karmana Yamabhiprati Sasampradhana. Dhanarte Chaturthi. Kimartam Kasmai, that is Chaturthi. Karma goes to him. Sorry, this is not karma. Karma also, examples are not karma. Kimartam, the purpose for which an action is done. That is Chaturthi. So Kimartam Kasmai. Here we have got mixed example. Nirpaha Garantakaraya Puraskaram Dadati. Vriddaha Prataha Brahmanaya Gacchati. Kridakaha Kridanaya Gacchati. So the purpose for which the action is taken. That is also Chaturthi. Okay. wrote this. So when it fits in very well with the Sampradana Karaka definition, then Tadarte Chaturthi, uh, Chaturthi Sampradane and Tadarte Chaturthi Hita Yogecha. Tadarte Chaturthi, in fact, if we take the example, Arishaha Gachati, Bhojanaya Gachati. Arishaha Kimartam Gachati. Arishaha Bhojanaya Gachati. So what Chaturthi is here? Here we don't have karma. So karmana yama viprati sasampradhanam, we cannot say. Karma is not there. Gachati, even if karma is Arishaha Bhojanaya, Bhojanalayam Gachati. Bhojanalayam is not, it is not for the Bhojanartha. Bhojanaya is not a person or something. It is the action. Bhojanaya is equal to what we say. Remember, Bhoktum, right? Tumanartha is suppressed. So Kriyarthopapadasya karmani staninaha. By that, we can take Bhojanaya. Arishaha Bhoktum Gachati. Chatraha Adhyatam Gachati. Yes or no? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Kriyarthopapadasya karmani staninaha. By that, Chaturthi we can take. But here, it's not said all those things because it's not for the beginners. So Kimartam Kasmai. That's okay. But we have to note Kriyarthopapadasya karmani staninaha. The next sutra which we'll read now. So, Kimartam, examples. Vayam Kimartam Vidyalayam Gachamaha. Vayam Adhyayanaya Vidyalayam Gachamaha. It is Adhyayanaya, it is not Karmanaya Viprati. It doesn't have the Sampradana Sanya. Vayam Adhyayatam Vidyalayam Gachati. Vayam Adhyayatam Vidyalayam Gachati. So, Tumanartha, in fact, Tumartha cha Bhava Vachanat. The very next sutra, in fact. The very next sutra, that we have to take. Not even Kriyathopapadasya, because Kriyathopapadasya karma of that Kriyathopapada Tumanartha takes Chaturthi. But in fact, this is Tumanartha cha Bhava Vachanat. Adhyayanaya can be replaced by Adhyayatum. Direct. Similarly, the previous example also, whatever we just saw. But also, it's not Kriyathopapadasya. Vayam Arishaha Bhoktum. Bhoktum or Bhojanam.
Kartum.
Suppose Kartum, if you say, yes. Then you can say it is Kriyathopapadasya. Chakarmani Sarinaha, you can say. Or if Bhoktum, if you say, it is Tumanartha cha Bhava Vachanat. Anyone, it's fine. This Chaturthi. And Nripaha Grantakaraya Puraskaram Dadati. Karma is Puraskaram, goes to Grantakara. Here it is Karmanaya Naviprati Sasampradhanam. Dhanikaha Vikshukaya Dhanam Dadati. Vikshukaya Karmanaya Naviprati Sasampradhanam Chaturthi Sampradhane. Okay. Vriddaha Prataha Brahmanaya Gachati. Here it is Tumanartha cha Bhava
Brahmanam
Vachanat.
Kartum.
Brahmitum, you can say. Of course, Brahmanam Kartum can say anything wrong, but directly Brahma Dhatu
Yeah.
that can be replaced by Bhava Vachanat is the abstract noun, right? Bhava Vachanam. So Brahmitum, so Tumanartha cha Bhava Vachanat. Kridakaha, Kriditum Gachati. So this is also Tumanartha cha Bhava Vachanam. Janakaha Devaya Argyam Arpayati. Devaya Chaturthi by What sutra?
Karmanaya vipreti sampradana.
Karmanaya vipreti sasampradanam. Arpayati is offering. Argyam goes to Deva. Yativaraha dhyanaya upavishati. Dhyatum.
Tumartacha.
Tumanartaj bhavachana. Balakaha patitum agachati. Patanaya. Anjaneyaha Ramaya Chudamani Dadati. Ramaya Chaturthi by.
Karmanaya. You know,
Yes.
it's Kriya.
Yes. Karmanaya vipreti sasampradanam. Sampradana Chaturthi. That only. It enjoys Sampradana Karga. Rafa Chaturthi. Whereas in other cases, they are all not Sampradana, but Chaturthi. Right? Tumanartaj bhavachana. Right?
Because Chudamani is the karma pada, therefore we can take Karmanaya.
Chudamani goes to whom? Karmana yem abhipraiti karta. Anjaneyaha dana kriyaya chudamanim kasmai. Sambandam rapnoti. Ramaya. Therefore, Rama is the Sampradana Karaka. Sampradana Chaturthi.
Okay.
Bhaktaha devaya nivedayati. Nivedayati is offering only. Nivedayati. What is Nivedayati? Or prayer. Prathanam karoti. Nivedayati. Supplication, right? Nivedayati means what? Nivedayati is Nivedanam.
Nivedanam karoti.
Cause to know. That is, you inform, you tell. That meaning, right?
Yeah.
You offer. Offering meaning is that Nivedanam. That's why Nivedanam we say, right?
Yeah.
Nivedanam means object must be there, but object is not mentioned. That's okay. But object goes to whom? We ask Bhaktaha kam Nivedayati.
Deva.
Something will be the palam, annam, etc.
Naivedyam dadati.
Yeah, Naivedyam. Therefore, Devaya.
Naivedyam dadati. So
No,
Devaya.
What Chaturthi? By what sutram it is Chaturthi?
Yeah.
Karmana yam abhipreti sasampradanam. Right? Object is not mentioned, but the object goes to Deva, right?
Yeah.
So Kriyaya. Yes, Kriyaya yam abhipreti. Karmana yam abhipreti. Kriyaya also. Supplies karma is not there. Is not Kriyaya also. Right? You're right. Karma not there. Right? Kriyaya itself. You see I think the table it is there. Karmana yam abhipreti. Kriyaya cha yam abhipreti. There is what the number?
58.
Sorry?
58.
58. Kriyaya yamabhipreti. Yes, karma being not there, therefore we can say Kriyaya yamabhipreti sasa tadapi sampradanam eva. There's a vartikam too. Shaddaya nihargate tatye shete yuddhaya Kriyaya yamabhipreti sasampradanam. Tente. Gurave nivedayati. Right? Then acha devaya nivedayati. So it is Sampradhanam. So therefore all these are by that Sampradhanam kimartam. Vayam kimartam adhyanam gacchama adhyanaya vidyalayam gacchana adhyetum tumanartha bhavachanat. So that meaning is there. So by reading all these examples you can understand. Simple only. So dhanate chaturthi is karmanayam abhipreti sasampradhanam. Uchyartanam priyamanaha. Then this is one last test. Tadartya Chaturthi says, but it can very well fit in Karmana Yamaviprati. Or if karma is not mentioned, Kriyaya Yamaviprati, Sampradhanam. You can take that to be Sampradhanam. Instead of Tadartya Chaturthi. You cannot say it is wrong. It is given here. So, but strictly as per the sutra, Tadartya Chaturthi, that cannot be. Karmana Yamaviprati. That is That is better. That is proper, in fact. So please note. This is not Tadat. It's all debatable. Tadate Chaturthi. Not required. It is Sampradana, in fact. Sampradana Karma. Therefore, Chaturthi. And examples also confirms, therefore, the Kashika and other. We don't have any such examples given. So therefore, I was thinking about that. So I said it is Tadatya Chaturthi Laukika example. Laukika example it would be, but even if it is Laukika example, the commentary they would have given, but they are not given. The Tadartya has got the meaning of, for the purpose of, that meaning is there. So that's why probably has given all those examples. But in the stock examples, there is no such thing at all. Even the other examples, Adartya Chaturthi, we saw Kavyam, Yashase, etc. But there is no such other example, Laukika example. Kavyam, Yashase, Jnanam, Mokshaya Jnanam, Apekshate. All these examples. Yupaya Dharu, Kundalaya Iranyam, Muktahe Arim Bhajati, Randanaya Stali, etc.
Kyamitam Shenji. Here, Karmana Yamipriti Sampradhanam says that with no expectation, given with no expectation. But if there is an expectation, then will it not come under Chaturthi? So Vikreta, or
yeah,
I gave money to a grocer. That is when I give for the purpose of buying.
I think that point I mentioned in this, right?
There also Tumunanta is coming.
Not Tumunanta. So
Examples are there. Annaya yachate. Annam kaditum yachate. Like that you have given. Bhojanaya vrajati. Bhojanam bhoktum vrajati. So,
that's okay. That is Tumunanta. Here,
no, that is given under Kriyati Upapadasya.
Yeah, Bhojanaya Gachati, Bhoktum Gachati. That's what it's saying, right?
That is also Tumunanta.
Yeah.
And how to distinguish between the
Not
74
Tumunartha.
and 75?
Okay. He is asking something and you are asking something. He's asking, he's
expectation.
telling with no expectation or compensation, the given thing is not expected to be returned. Okay. That is that. So what Ganeshi?
Yeah.
So what? So you're saying anything with the example here in this book?
No, there's no example.
So that is fine. No expectation is given, but that no expectation is given. Maybe it is maybe the commentary, but not in the Kashika or Siddhanta Kaumudi directly. The person to whom the karma is given, the recipient of the result of action. So the given thing is not expected to be returned. So it is Sampradana. Okay, yeah,
Yes.
that is. Is it has got any connection with the examples what we saw in the Rashtriya Samsthan?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Then no, just want to confirm. Yes. Then what you are saying, Kameshwari?
Yes.
That is Tumanartha Bhavachanat. Yes. There we have Tumanartha Shabda. There is a number. What is the number?
74. 74.
74.
74. Okay. So what's the question there?
The Priyartho Upapadasya.
You're asking the difference, huh?
There also Tumananta is used.
No.
Is
There,
given as
see,
example.
I think this 2 point, we saw this point. Yes. Palebhyaha yati. You understand? See the example. Palebhyaha yati. Here, this is not a Bhava Vachanam. Saha Palebhyaha yati. He goes for the fruits. It means Palani Ahartum. Here, this is Tumananta, for which the karma is Pala, and that Pala is presented in Chaturthi Bhakti. Here, Tuman Artha, that Kriyartha Upapadam is suppressed. Tumananta Shabda is not explicitly mentioned, it is understood. So, if karma, the object of the Kriyarthopapadam is the object of the Kriyarthopapadam which is not explicitly given, but it is understood, that object is put in Chaturthi. That is Kriyarthopapadasya karmani staninaha. Whereas Tumanartha Bhavanachana directly, that is Bhavavachanam, that abstract noun can be expressed through Tumananta word. Yagaya yati, yashtum yati. It's not the object of the Kriyarthopapadam, Tumananta padam. That's the difference between the two. Right?
Okay.
Understand?
Yes.
So Tyagaya vrajati, tyaktum. So the word must be a Bhava Vachana, abstract noun. Yaga is a Bhava Vachana. Yajya plus Gai Pratyaya. So it can be here from the Dhatu, that Bhava Vachana, that Pratyaya is a Gai. Remove that and replace it by Tumun. Yashtum you will get. Similarly, Tyaj Dhatu plus Gai Pratyaya becomes Tyaga. Remove Gai and replace it by Tumun, you get Tyaktum. That is not the case with the previous example. Previous example is Vojanaya. Vojanam is the karma for Bhoktum. Bhoktum, the word is not there. So Vojanam will take Chaturthi. So Kriyarthopapadasya karmani, karma will take karmani staninaha. In the place of karma of the Kriyarthopapada, right, the karma will take Chaturthi. Staninaha means in the place of. In the place of the karma of the Kriyarthopapadam, but where is Kriyarthopapadam? It is not there, it is implied in a sentence. The object of the Kriyarthopapadam can take Chaturthi, whereas here, Tumanar, that Bhavavachanam itself can be replaced by Tumanartha, if it is. Then, Chaturthi, what's the difference between the two? Here, there is no karma. Okay, this Rakshasa Samsan, I can note Tadarte Chaturthi. So we can take that to be the examples from the examples. It can fit very well with Karmanaya Baby Prati or Kriyaya Baby Prati. Pradhanam. Okay, that is better. That is you can take. Because it's a Vartikam. When Sutra itself is fits in very well. So why do you require Vartikam late? Not required. It is my feeling. Okay. Next sutra. Kriyarthopapadasya cha karmani staninaha.
Kriyarthopapadasya cha karmani staninaha.
I was trying to see more Sampradana for Tadate Chaturthi. All the books, not on the website, but other books also, they are given only stock examples. Or Kavyam Meshase, etc. All those examples, they are given. Not other examples I have not seen. That's why when they can fit in very well with Karmanayana Viparita Sampradhanam. That's why we say Tadartya Chaturthi. Tadartya has got the meaning Tasya Artaha, for the Prayojanam, for the usefulness of whom or what. That meaning is that. So therefore, Kasmai. Therefore, no, Tadartya is for whom. That meaning is Tasya Artha. For whom or for what? For whom? For what is the purpose? That is Tadartya Chaturthi. For whom? When we say for whom then it is Tadartya Chaturthi. But in the example, for whom? The object is there for whom it goes. Fits in very well with the Karmanayana Viparita Sampradhanam. That is can take it. Okay. When we can map it to a Karaka, no flaws. Then Karaka directly we can take first assign Karaka Sanya and then Vibhakti. Yes. What's the question?
That example you are given, sir. Somratatvaya kalpate. So,
that is next sutra. That is Klip Dhatu. Next sutra. Sutra Vartika. That Klip Dhatu. Klipi api sampadhyamane, one Vartika will be there, I think.
Yes.
Number? What's the number?
61.
61. That is Somratatvaya Gita, 15th chapter also that comes. 61. Okay. That is very particular for the Klip Dhatu. That is only Dhatu where you can see Lipi Sampadhyamane Chaturthi. Whether Dhatu, Klip, and other Dhatu. Other synonyms, Dhatu, meaning to be fit, adequate, etc. All these meanings. Then it can be Chaturthi. Somratatvaya Kalpate. Saha Mrtatvaya Kalpate. Okay. Fine. Let us see. Continue. Similarly, for Karanam and Hetu, I have changed certain things. Again, based on some other references. I will update you later. So we will see it later with some changes. Because with the example, what is given in the Kashika Vedanta, okay, fine. That is standard. But we need some more example where clear example and clear explanation. So I referred other books where it is given. So I will explain that maybe next class or later. Karana Chaturthi has got some overlaps that I will clarify it later. Namaswasti Swaha Swadhalam Vashat Yogacha.
Namaste Swaswadhalam Yogacha.
Manyakarmanyadare Vibhasha Pranishu.
Manyakarmanyadare vibhasha pranishu.
Kartrakarnayos Tritiya.
Kartrukarnayos Tritiya.
Prakrityadibhyaha Upasankyanam.
Prakrityadibhyaha upasankyanam.
The Prakrityadi is a group. So, the Vartika, that we know only from the Shishta Prayoga. The stock example, Prakritya Charuhu. The Prakriti, the word is there. In fact, the Gana begins with the Prakriti, the word, then Gotra, etc. So, Gotrena Gargiha, Prayena Yajnikaha, Samena Dhavati, Vishamena Dhavati, all those things. So, there are some more examples from the literature. I'll just try to give some local simple example. All are given literature example. Okay. So whatever Prakriti we have seen, that is fine. So Prakriti we can say when it is not a Karana or a Hetu, then it is Prakriti. Then you cannot classify as a Karanam or Hetu. So by this Vartika, you can say it is Prakriti Upasantyanam. Prakritiya Charuhu Tritiya. Or Gotrena Gargyaha. Gotrena, by Gotra, the is Gargyaha. So Gotra is a Karanam or Hetu. You cannot say that. You neither Karanam nor Hetu. Therefore, it is Prakriti Upasankyanam. By that, it takes Tritiya Bhakti. Yeah, it is Tritiya. That's what we, in English, we say it is adverbial, but Gotrena Gargyaha is not adverbial. Like Gotra is Gargyaha. Vishamena Davati, Sukhena Jivati. Vishamena, the word is there in Prakriti Adigana. He runs Vishamena with difficulty. So he runs with difficulty. Sukhena Jivati. He lives happily. So in English, when we translate, we use adverb. Therefore, we say adverbs, adverbial usage. But adverb as such is Kriya Visheshanam. Kriya Visheshananam Karmattam Vishyate, and that will be Napumsaka Tritiya Ekvachanantatvam. That is another Vartika. If it is adverb, then Kriya Visheshanam. Then it will take Tritiya Vibhakti Napumsakalinga, Tritiya Vibhakti Ekvachan. But here, it's also Sukhena Yati. Translation be he goes happily. So from the standpoint of the translation into English, that ly is a, therefore we say adverbial usage. How does he go? How does he live? Or how does he go? Okay, na. So adverbial usage. Sukhena yati, adverbial usage. Sukham yati also it is possible if it is the Kriya Visheshanam, then by the Vartika Kriya Visheshananam Karmattam Ishyate. That is also possible. So the manner in which action is done. The Bhavasuchakanam Shabdhanam. This is from the Vibhakti Vallad. All the Bhavasuchaka Shabda. Ityukte Prakrityadinam Satya Vakti Bhavati. This is from Vibhakti Vallad. Bhavasuchaka Shabdade. Balakaha Santoshena. Santoshena Satya Vakti. The manner in which they go for playing. So Santoshena. Santosha is Bhavavachana. Derived from a Dhatu with the Pratyaya, Bhavasuchaka Pratyaya, Bhave Bhain. The Bhavasuchaka Shabdana, the words which expresses the Bhava, the action. Bhavasuchaka Shabdanam, Dipte Prakrityadinam, Entrati Kashta, the word also, Kashta, Krodha, etc. Parishrama, Parishramena Karoti. We say adverbial usage. Okay, then all those things. And in the sentence, if it clearly qualifies a Kriya, like Mandam Gachati, Shigram Gachati, then it is Dvitiya Vibhakti by the another Vartika, Kriya Visheshanana, Karmatvam. So you see the sentence, if it is an adjective to the verb, then it is Dvitiya Vibhakti, Napumsakalinga, Dvitiya Vibhakti, Ekavachanam. If the word expresses the Bhavasuchaka, the action, Bhavasuchaka Shabda, the the action, the manner in which the action is done, then it is Tritiya by Prakrityadiga Upasantyanam. Okay. So the words which are in the Prakrityadigana, they are Shishta Prayoga. You can see they are used by by the Shishtas in the tradition. That's why it's given. And it's an open group. Therefore, more words can be added to it. Okay. So these are all examples from Vibhakti Vallari. So that's why it's very useful. Vibhakti Vallari. So all these examples will make the understanding this because we don't have any the sutram defining that. It is an open group. Therefore, when any words come, then how do we know what it is Tritiya? So Prakrityadibhyaha Upasantyanam, we can say. Okay.
Shamitanji,
Yeah.
Dvitiya, when do we use Dvitiya for
If it is a Kriya Visheshanam, adverb, the thing is, the adverb, the English translation is problem here. So sometimes the adverb is in Tritiya, adverb is in Dvitiya. So if it is the adverbial usage, we say. So if it is an adverb means that the action is described, right? Like adjective. The noun is described by adjective. So only action is described, how the action is done. Then it is adverb. If it is an adverb, then it is Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam. It will enjoy Karma Sanya and therefore Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam, and that also will be Napumsakalinga. It's a Vartika. If it is adverbial usage, it is an adverbial usage, the manner in which an action is done. That's why it's an adverbial usage. An attribute or the manner of doing an action. Then it by Prakrityadi Upasantyanam Tritiya. So the adverb example you're asking, it is there. Where in Dvitiya Bhakti we will see that it must be there.
Yes, I don't understand the difference between the two. When to use Dvitiya, when to use Vegam Gachati, Vegena Gachati.
Vegam Gachati is wrong, right?
Ah.
Mandam Gachati is okay. Mandam Gachati, Tigram Gachati, that's fine. Vegam Gachati, we can say.
Okay.
Vegena Gachati.
That's what, when to use Dvitiya, when to use Tritiya for adverbs. Kriya Visheshanam.
See, that's why I said if you know it is
Both
an
are
adverb.
correct.
No, not both are correct. No, not both are correct. Kriya Visheshananam 35. Karmatvam Ishyate. Here you can see the example. Mandam Gachati. Manda tells you the Gamana Kriya going is described by Manda. Mandam Gachati. Don't go by English translation. English translation, that's why we say use the word adverb. Nothing wrong using because Kriya Visheshanam is adverb only. So these are all adverbs only. Adverbs take Dvitiya Vibhakti. Mandam Gachati, he goes slowly. Mandam Yata Bhavati Tata Gachati. This is how the Vigraha Vakya is given. Mandam Bhashate, he speaks slowly. Sattvaram Dhavati, all LY will be there. Shobhanam Patati. Taha Shobhanam Patati. Shigram Dhavanti. Odanam Mridu Pachati. Mridu Yata Bhavati Tata Pachati iti Mridu. He cooks softly. He cooks, this is Kriya Visheshanam. This is adverb qualifying how the action is done. And Prakrityadi Upasantyanam is, there is some seeming overlap. Prakritya Charuhu, Prakritya Darshaniyaha. Prakritya Charuhu meaning Charuhu is sweet by nature. That is the translation. Here Prakritya is an adverbial. Prakritya charuhu bhavati. By nature is soft. Swabhavena. Ityartha. Prakritya is swabhavena. By swabhavena is charuhu is soft. Is sweet. Not soft, sweet. So Prakritya is it adverb? In fact, it is not used with the Kriya Padam here. Prakritya charuhu. Where is it? Does it qualify a Kriya Padam here? No. Then it will come under Prakityadibhyaha Upasankyanam. Now, to this, this Gana begins with the Prakriti, the word, and there are more words in it. So, therefore, what we say is, how do you accommodate other words? The other words all cannot be explained like that. Ganapata, if you see, Prakityadi. Prakityadi Gana. Prakriti, Praya, Gotra, Sama, Visha, only these words are there. But there are, this is an open group. More and more words can be added. Depends on the usage in the language. The Prakritya Charuhu. The Prakriti is not an adverb there. Prakriti, by nature, by Swabhava, it is, what does it do? It characterizes the Prakritya Charuhu. The Charu is a noun, but it is not adjective also. How that is, it is specifies, it describes. Therefore, it is Tritiya. It is not adjective. Please note, adjective. If it is an adjective, adjective will be in the same vibhakti as that of the noun. But this is not adjective. Then what is that? Not adjective, not adverb. Then the manner or measure, attribute or the manner of doing an action or a measure which characterizes noun. Which characterizes noun. So Prakritya Charuhu characterizes the Charu, the noun. Gotrena Gargyaha. Gargya is characterized by a measure and attribute, authentic attribute, Gotrena Gargyaha. Dvidronena Dhanyam Rinati. So Dhanyam, that is characterized by the measure. Dronena is a measure. And Vishamena Dhavati. Vishama, the word is there. He runs with difficulty. The manner in which the Kriya is done by the person. So, this is adverbial usage, but not adverb. That also is put under in this group. Therefore, Vishamena, this is one example is there. We can bring other words also, which is not that open group. Sukena, Jivati, Sukena, Davati, all those words. Not adverb, but adverbial usages. Because those words are also in this Gana. Therefore, Vishama is difficulty. So then Vishama is that. Then similarly other words also can be brought in. Right? And it characterizes how the action is done by the person. So therefore adverbial usage we say. They are not adverbs. Please understand. So there's a difference. It's not same.
Yes, you know.
Okay. That's why in Vibhakti Valari we saw many examples. Saha, Santoshena, Tirtan Gatavan, etc. All those. Bhavantaha Jagarukataya Rakshantu. What Tritiya is this? Bhavantaha Jagarukataya Rakshantu. You all protect carefully. carefully is there in English, therefore can we say it is adverb? If it is strictly adverb, then it will be Kriya Visheshanam Karmatvam Vishyate and Dvitiya Ekavachanantatvam Napumsakatvam. Here, Jagarukutaya, it is the manner in which the action to be done. So, action is done. So, that is said. So, therefore, it is adverbial usage, the Tritiya verb. We cannot put under any as Karana or Hetu any of the categories. Therefore, Prakrityadibhyaha Upasankhyanam is Saralataya Patati, he reads. Saralataya Patati. So, Saralataya Tritiya. What Tritiya? Is it Hetu Tritiya? No. Karane? No. If it is adverb, then it will be Dvitiya, Ekavachananta Napumsakam, Karma. It is not Dvitiya, also Tritiya. So, the manner in which the action is done. That's why in the translation we have said like that. How the Patana Kriya is done by the person, Saralataya. We cannot replace by Saha Saralatam Patati Saralam. We cannot say Saralam Patati may be possible. Because you ask Saha Vegena Gachati is okay. Saha Vegam Gachati, no. He goes Saha Vegena Gachati. That is Prakritya Dibhyaha Upasankhyanam. Saha Vegena Gachati, Saha
Shigram Gachati will say.
Shigram Gachati. So, Shigram Gachati, Shigrana Gachati also is. Saha Vege, because Vegam Gachati I have not seen the usage. If Vegam, it goes fastly, speedily, that usage I have not seen. So, it is not used in the language. Therefore, instead of Vegam Gachati, Vegena Gachati is better. Okay. So, Vega is a Bhava Suchaka Shabda. Vega is Bhava Suchaka Shabda. So, Bhava Suchaka Shabda, therefore, like this, you can say Tritiya. Okay. So, think about that. Shigram, in fact, Shigram, it is an adverb. Dictionary, in fact, if you see Shigram, the word is given as adverb itself. So, adverbial usage, therefore, Shigram Gachati. But the Tritiya also possible. Shigrena, that also is possible. But to check how the word, this is extra, anyway, Shigra, the word, how it is derived. What Pratyaya, what Dhatu. Okay.
Shigram is avyayana. Shigram mandam.
No, not you can decline, right? Shigrena is that. The word is that Shigrena. The Tritiya Bhakti. So, as an adverb it is you. So, can be declined.
Okay.
Shigrena Gachati, Shigram Gachati, we have seen in the usage in the language. But Vegena Gachati, it is seen. But the Vegam Gachati, I have not seen. Because it is not seen, can we say it is not proper. We go by the usage in the language. We don't have, it's very, everything for this rule. So Vegam Gachati, we have not seen. Prayoga is not seen. That's why I said Vegam Gachati. We don't say Vegena Gachati. Vegena Gachati, then what Tritiya is that? Tritiya, the Upasankhyanam. Okay. I'm coming back. Yeah. Sahayukte Pradhane.
Sahayukte apradhane.
See, the Karaka and this, we get by more and more examples and then the usage, we get familiarity. So we cannot, have tight rules for all this. In fact, the entire grammar is based on Shishta Prayoga and Veda. So what Prayoga is there in the language? Accordingly. So since we know Sanskritam and we know what usage is there, so we can map it to any sutra. By this sutra, it would have come. Suppose if it is not there in the language, such usage, then how can we map it? So we don't see that usage in the language. When all any shishtas are used, then we can say. Like Vegam Gachati. That's a good example, but I don't see any such usages as I know. So Vegana Gachati, that's a Prakriti Prasankhyanam, I said. If we can map it any sutra, then it is valid. Or if we have seen the usages in the language, it is valid. Otherwise, you can just put it in suspension. It is not there, therefore better not to use. Okay. So familiarity also helps in acceptance of the such usages. Okay, this is not like the Sandhi Karya, Ranga Karya. Definitely, this is what it is. You know, mathematical calculation, you arrive at this, not like that. So this we have to think a lot whether such usages are there or not, all those things. Very subtle thing actually. So we cannot categorize, the definition itself is like that. Okay. So comes only by familiarity. Categorically, this is what it is. We cannot say like that. This is with Karaka, with Samasa, etc. Samasa also is like that only. Krishna Prayoga, based on that. What is there in the language usage? Okay. Yenanga Vikaraha,
Enanga
Vikarah.
विकारः
Ittam Bhuta Lakshane.
इत्थं
Ittam
भूतलक्षणे
All this we have seen, right? Which sutra we are seeing now?
Akartara.
Eto? Eto done. Akartarine Panchami. Okay. Shatat Baddhaha, Shatena Baddhaha, right? That's what we saw the last class. Yeah, Panchami.
Panchami, Akratra, you mean?
Yeah, that's what the last one.
Yeah.
Sanyonyatarasyam karmani.
Sanyonyatarasyam karmani.
Eto.
Eto.
Akartaragurne Panchami.
Akartaragurne
पञ्चमी
That we saw in the last class.
Yes.
Rene, it is Rana, and if it is not the Karta Akartari, then it will be Panchami. Right? And Yetu is negated. It is Akartari, Rene Panchami. Meaning, I updated, I think, a document also I sent after the class.
Yes.
Did you see that Panchami? I think I have added this point. We discussed the Shatena Baddhaha, Shatat Baddhaha, Banditaha, something also you said, right?
Yes, Ji.
It is causative form of Baddhadhatu, etc. Visa. The note I added in the document table, you can see, number is a good point. The number.
Eighty-six.
86. Okay.
Panchami.
Yeah, this is, I've added this point. When the dead is the hetu, is the hetu. At the same time, akartari, it is not the karta. Then the word denoting the dead will be in Panchami. It is an exception to Tritiya as hetu. Chatat Baddhaha. Chata is not the karta. And dead it is the hetu. And it is not the karta. So Saha, of course, Saha we have to supply. Bound by Chata, 100. When hetu is Rana, and not Karta, then only it is Heto Panchami. Then it can be only Heto Panchami, not Heto Tritiya. Shatad Baddhaha. In the context of Samasa, the Vigraha Vakyam is Shatad Baddhaha, not Shatena Baddhaha. Because Shatabaddaha, Shatad Baddhaha, then Hetu is Prayojaka Karta. It cannot be in Panchami, it can be only in Tritiya. Shatena Banditaha. I think this is what a stock example given as counter example in the Kashika. Shatena Banditaha. Banditaha is a causative form of the Band Dhatu. In the context of Samasa, Shatabanditaha, Shatena Banditaha. Shatana is Tritiya Vakti. By what sutra? Kartarkaranayos Tritiya. Here Shata is the Karta. Please don't think Karta always should be a sentient being. Not like that. Right? Shatena Banditaha is here Banditaha causative. There is some Prayojaka Karta is there. Prayojya Karta and Prayojaka Karta. Okay. Then Hetu is the Banditaha is Tapratya. Okay, that's okay. Then Hetu is Prayojaka Karta. Prayojaka Karta is this Shatena Banditaha is what Prayoga? This Karmani Prayoga. Tapratya is there. Please see Shaband plus Nich plus Ta. So Shata, then Tritiya it is there. What Tritiya? The Karta isn't put in Tritiya. Which will go in Tritiya? The Karta will go in Tritiya. And this is Nijanta Prayoga. Therefore, what Karta it must be? Prayojaka Karta. Right? Yes or no? Understand? No.
Yes, Ji.
See, we have seen, remember those causative form of the Nijanta Prayogas. In fact, we saw some examples I gave. Causative form of the Nijanta. Nijanta Dhatunam Karmani Prayogaha. You remember this? Please see the screen. Here. Anyanta Prayoga, Gatyartaka Dhatu, etc. Putraha Vidyalayam Gachati. Right?
Okay.
Putraha is what Karta? Putraha is Prayojya Karta. Pita Putram Vidyalayam Gamayati. Here Pita is Prayojaka Karta and Prayojya. Now Karmani, what will happen? Karmani Prayoga of this Pitra, Putraha, Vidyalayam, Gamyate. Long back we have seen, which will go in what Vibhakti, etc. Now in the example, Shatena Banditaha, Banditaha is there, play the role of a verb, and Pitra is there, that is Shatena. Shatena is what? Prayojaka Karta in Tritiya. The Shata is Prayojaka Karta. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
Is it Ganesh? Is it clear, right?
Yes, Ji.
Shatena is in Tritiya Vakti and Banditaha is Nijanta. What? And therefore it is Karmani Prayoga. This is Tapratya, Karmani Prayoga. Shata in Tritiya Vakti, therefore it is Prayojaka Karta. That is why I have written when the Hetu is Prayojaka Karta, it cannot be in Panchami because Akartari is there. Akartari Rine. When Rina is the Hetu and that if it is not the Karta, only then Panchami, only Panchami can be used, not Tritiya. Suppose if it is Karta, Prayojaka Karta, that example is given, then it cannot be Panchami, it has to be Tritiya only. Because Saptami, Panchami requires when the Rina is the Hetu and that is not the Kartari, then Panchami. When Rina is the Hetu and if it is a Karta, then Panchami cannot be used. You have to use Tritiya. Therefore, Shata Banditaha. Shata Banditaha is the Banditaha, the word is there. Therefore, Shatena Banditaha, this is the Prayojaka Karta. Therefore, Vigraha Vakya of the compound will be Shatena Banditaha. Whereas here, Shata Baddaha, we cannot say Shatena Baddaha, Shatat Baddaha. Shatena is, if it becomes Shatena, like here Prayojaka Karta. It should not be Karta. So Shatat Baddaha, it is Hetu. Because it is a Hetu and it is not the Kartari, therefore Shatat Baddaha only. It is Shatat Baddaha, Shatabaddaha in compound, Shatabaddaha. When you have the Vigraha Vakya of that would be Shatat Baddaha, not Shatena Baddaha. Tritiya cannot be there. Baddaha, Badda plus Ta Pratyaya. Right? So, if it is Tritiya, then it becomes the Karta. Right? So, Rana, which is not the Karta, can only be in Panchami. Right? Therefore, and here Rana is a Hetu, and that is not the Karta, therefore Shatat Baddaha. When you do the compounding of this, Shatabaddaha you will get. And when you do the Vigraha Vakya of Shatabaddaha, Shatat Baddaha. Okay. Whereas here, Shatena Banditaha, compounding will be Shatabanditaha. Here we cannot say Shatat Banditaha because Shata is Prayojaka Karta. Prayojaka Karta, when the Shata, when it's Rana, and if it is Karta, then how can we use Panchami? So you cannot say Shatat Banditaha. Not proper. It's not correct. Very subtle point here it is. Here Shata is a Prayojaka Karta, which is a Hetu, then Panchami cannot be used. This is what we inferred from this study. You will not see this explanation anywhere. I think in Kashika, this counter example was given. Right? In Kashika, if you see, for the sutra, very subtle thing, which is, what is, yeah.
Yesterday in one table, we got one doubt, small doubt. In 125th number in the table.
Yeah.
So,
One minute. This Banditaha. Here, here Kashika has given this. This is difficult to understand unless someone explains this. This is what I did in the last class, Satyana Banditaha. So please note, the explanation you have to write it or remember. I have written in the table, but I'm not sure whether you understand the explanation. That's why I explained again. If you follow, it's okay. This explanation is makes sense, it's okay. But your Prayojaka Karta, the word I used, the Prayojaka Karta means this is Shata is a Prayojaka Karta. It is in similar to the Prayojaka, that is Nijanta Prayojaka Karta taking Tritiya Bhakti. Similar to that. You follow, right?
Yes, we can compare to this example and
that all these things you have to note it somewhere, otherwise it's difficult. So Pitra Gataha, Pitra Gatam. So Pitra Gatam with here Shatena Banditaha. This is causative. Gamyate is causative form of Gamdatu, Karmani Prayoga. Please note, compare with this example. Yeah. Now question is, please ask. One.
Yes, in 25th number table, Prasikta is there. Is it Prasita or Prasikta? 125th G.
125.
125.
What is the topic? Karaka, Vibhakti, Saptami must be.
Yeah, ending. This thing.
Yeah.
Here, example, Kesheshu, Keshaihi Prasitaha, Kesheshu Prasitaha is there. Is it Prasita or Prasikta Vishu? Because in the explanation with the words Prasikta, longing for, is there. But here Prasita is there. So, Is it typo or prasita only that we had doubt?
Oh, okay. Prasita only, the typo.
Okay.
It is prasita. It's a mistake. I think. 1 minute.
Because in the sutra also prasitotsukabhyam is there. So
So what is given in the Kashika? Prasita utsuka iti etabhyam yoge tritya vyakti bhavati chakara cha panchami.
prasita, I think it should be.
Prasita only, not prasita.
Okay.
Siddhanta Kaumadi. Prasita only. Then it is a typo. They change
Okay.
it. I was just thinking how the word prasita comes. Prapurvaka,
Ta is there. No? The pratyaya is there.
then the dhatu is it shich dhatu is there, but shich dhatu is a sechana. So it is in the sense of, sanj dhatu.
Pra plus so plus ktaha he has given in the website. Shabda kalpa drumaha.
Show antakarman. But the dhatu is fourth conjugation, I think. Okay. Show antakarmani. Then if it is show antakarmani, then prasakta, how it will come.
But one more this thing is also there.
Yeah, it's not cannot be show antakarmani because ta pratyaya sita. Okay. Ta pratyaya sita is
Pra plus shinya
shinj.
bandhane.
Yeah, shinj bandhane. That is what I thought actually. Shinj bandhane. Because it is a sense of longing, bandhana. So that is sinati, like that comes. Bandhane, that must be a thing. Shinj bandhane. That's where longing comes. So therefore, C plus plus is Sita. Yes. Sita. That's correct. Shinj bandhane. 9th conjugation. Yeah. Therefore, 9th conjugation. There is another dhatu, but anyway, that dhatu will not come. Sanj dhatu. Just a minute. Yeah. That is Sakta. If it is the dhatu is here, ta pratyaya I wrote, that is wrong actually. The dhatu is, it is Sanj dhatu, then ta will come. That is one dhatu. But here it is C dhatu, maybe within bracket I have right. Dhatu. That is dhatu is 9th conjugation dhatu.
Shinya
It is Shinj, Bandhane. Deyadikana dhatu. Then, so form will be Sinati, Sinitaha, Sinvanti like that. That is dhatu. Because if the word is prasitta, then we have another dhatu. That is sitta also is there in the language. The dhatu is sanj dhatu. That is first conjugation. When you add ta pratyaya, then this is nakara, this nakara, which is anidita alam nitaha, by that goes away. Then you have sajja, then choka kuhu, etc. If you do, sakta will come. And of course, ittagama. Yeah. The dhatu is, it's a set dhatu, ittagama. But it's anid dhatu. Sakta only will come. Okay. That also will not possible. Asakta, etc. comes from this dhatu. Okay. Anid dhatu. Anid dhatu for Nishta Pratyaya, what will happen? Yeah. Nishta Pratyaya.
The other
Yeah.
places and all Sitaha only, all the examples.
Yes, this is wrong. Okay.
And in the
There is
Prasita
Prasikta cannot be attributed to Sanjida out of the first conjugation. Okay. And no meaning also doesn't fit. It is ninth conjugation. Okay. Fine. Now the next sutra. So Akartari Rene, the subtle point you can remember. See, all we will remember now, when the mind is fresh now. After some time, I myself also struggle to remember where we saw. That's why I might myself have typed this. Many things, at the time of teaching, it is there, remember, fresh for me also. Because we don't apply this frequently, then it goes away. Again, we have to discover it. Vibhasha Gune Striyam, the next sutra. We'll see the sutra. Vibhasha, optionally, Gune Astriyam, then Panchami. And Vibhasha is therefore Panchami coming as Anurti. Optionally, Panchami can be used. Then Tritiya also. Right? So, that is the sutra. Vibhasha Gune Astriyam. Number is 2, 3, 25.
25. 25.
25.
25.
Vibhasha Gune Astriyam. Eto iti anuvartate. Gune. When guna is a hetu, and if it is not a strilinga shabda, then panchami bhakti is used. Jadyam. Jadya is a guna. Jadasya bhavaha jadyam. So, jadyat or jadyena. Pandityat or pandityena. Gunagrahanam kim. Dhanena kulam. Dhana is what? Tritiya. Dhana is a guna. Gunagrahanam kim. Dhanena what vibhakti? Or Tritiya bhakti. What Tritiya is that? Eto Tritiya. Remember we saw. Dhanena kulam. Kanyaya shokaha. Etc. Those examples. Dhanena kulam is the Tritiya. Eto Tritiya. It is the cause. Eto Tritiya. So it is guna here. Either because of Kriya, Dravya, or Guna. You see, Tritiya. The Dhana gives the Yogyata. So Kula is Dhanena Kulam. The Kula, the family is prosperous or famous or whatever, for which that the Yogyata, the Kulam enjoys due to Dhana. So Dhanena Kulam, the family is the by the wealth. The Kula is Kriya is not so. It's not done. We have to supply. So what is the translation which we have given in our table? Something I must have given. Dhanena Kulam.
Not given.
Yeah, not given. Not given also. Okay.
Ah.
So by wealth the Kula is famous or known, that meaning. Therefore, the Kula has got Yogyat, enjoys that Yogyatvam of being so and so famous or whatever it is. That is because of Dhanam. So that's why Dhanena Kulam. The Kula is, the Kula, the family is respected. Say, for example, respected for what? For its richness. Dhana, by Dhanena. So Dhana is it's a guna.
Right.
See, Kula is the example in this Vibhasha Gune Astriyam, Dhanena Kulam, the Kula is by richness, by riches. So Dhana is the cause for the respect of the Kula. So Dhana is not a gunam. It is Dhana is not a guna. Okay. When the guna grahana is a counter example. This Kashika you need to understand very carefully. Why the word guna is there? For that, he will give a counter example. Dhanena kulam. Dhana is not a guna. It is a dravya. Dhanam is dravyam, right? It's not a guna. It's not an attribute. It's dravya. So therefore, dhana, since it is not a guna, it's a dravya. It is not a guna, it is a dravya. So dhanena kulam, it is used. Dhanena kulam. Because vibhasha, only when the guna is the hetu, then only panchami can be used optionally. If guna is other than guna is, suppose if it is a hetu, then panchami cannot be used. That is an example. Here, dravya is the hetu. Therefore, we cannot use panchami. Dhanat kulam is wrong. Counter example. You understand? So, you write it or note it, whatever it is. Dhanat kulam is ruled out. Dhana, because vibhasha is there. Therefore, vibhasha panchami vibhakti bhavati. Optionally, panchami vibhakti can come for the hetu when the hetu is guna. Like the previous example we saw, when the hetu is rina. So, here hetu is the guna. And also, it should not be a Strilinga Shabda. So here it is, Panchami is ruled out. Why? Because Dhana is
Dravya.
not a guna, dravya.
Okay.
Therefore, Dhanat Kulam is not there, it is wrong. This
Okay.
is the counter example for Guna Graghanam Kim. And similarly, Astriyamiti Kim, why we say Buddhya Muktaha. Buddhi is
Is
Ikaranta.
Strilinga.
Sorry, Buddhi is Ikaranta Shabda. Kshamita.
Mm.
Prajna Akaranta Strilinga Shabda. So therefore, Strilinga Shabda, and that is Buddhi. Buddhi is Buddhi and
Guna
Prajna, they mean the
also
same
become.
thing. They are guna only, right?
Okay. Okay.
They are not, they are guna only. They are guna, then we can use Vibhasha, Panchami. No, we cannot use because this is Astriyam is mentioned. This is Strilinga. Therefore,
Okay.
Panchami is ruled out. So this is the counter example. Counter example, let's understand.
So we have to see both the things, guna and
Both the
strilinga.
Yes. Should be a guna, number one. It means should not be dravya, kriya, or sambandha, or that cannot be. Number two, it should not be a Strilinga. Right?
Okay.
And it is what tritiya? Hetu tritiya. It is a hetu. Hetu tritiya. Not karana.
Okay.
Difference between karana and hetu. As I said, I will correct some examples in that. I'll do that later. Karana, which it is involved in the action directly. Whereas hetu is, it gives the yogyata for that. Like the good examples, punyena harihi drishtaha is a good example. But that is the example, in fact, given in the given here also. What is hetu? Punyena harihi drishtaha. I think yeah. So here kriya guna and all written, it's okay. So here I write on small. See, punyena harihi drishtaha. Hari is seen by punya, right? Hari is seen, Hari is known. But how do you see Hari? Hari can be seen only by Chakshusha, right? Chakshusha, Hari drishtaha. Compare this. You cannot see Hari by punya. Punya is the hetu that gives the yogyata for the Hari to see, that gives the yogyata for the person to see the Hari. And Hari has to be seen only with eyes from
Eyes.
Karana. So Chakshusha is Karana and Punya is Hetu. Here Chakshusha is Karana Tritiya. It is Karane. Chakshusha Arihi Drishtaha. Punyena Hetuna
Hetu.
Hetu. Arihi Drishtaha. So in seeing that action, Karanam, the means is involved directly. What about Punya? Punya is not involved. Punya is gives the yogyata for the person to see the Hari with the help of the eyes. Chakshusha is not mentioned in the sentence, but we have to understand. Drishtaha is seen. Hari is seen. How do you see Hari? You don't require any eyes. You don't require any even forget about eyes. Not even manas antakaranam. You require some karana,
Yeah.
right?
Can
Punya
we
gives
say
the eligibility.
Nirvyapara?
Sorry.
Nirvyapara, can we say?
Yeah.
Punyena.
Yeah, Nirvyapara only. This is
Nirvyapara.
not involved in the seeing action.
Mm.
Therefore, it is Punya is a Hetu. So this is a good example, in fact, to understand Hetu and the Karana. So Punyena Harihi Drishtaha, Punya is the Hetu. Chakshusha Harihi Drishtaha, Chakshusha is Karana. And we are given the example of Karanam, Banena Hanti, Padabhyam Gachati, all those things are very clearly Karani Tritiya. Okay. And in Karani, that one more thing, example I wrote that also I will change it. Just thinking what Karani is. Karani, which, yeah, here. Chakshusha Pashyati. One more example. I will, I will correct that my notes later, but based on the understanding. So now, example, yeah, Charmana, Kandukaha, Nirmitaha. Here, Charmana, Kandukaha, Nirmitaha, Kandukaha ball. Ball is Nirmitaha, is Nirmitaha constructed, is formed, is made, but it's made out.
Of leather.
English translation, that's why it's a problem when we do. This is made from the leather, charmas, from the skin, right? So Tritiya is, what Tritiya is?
Karana.
In the, it's a Karana Tritiya, but in my file, the file was mentioned in the Hetu. It is Karana Tritiya is better because this, in Nirmitaha, in constructing, in creating the ball, the charma is used. It is used. It is directly is involved. So Hetu is not generally Vyaparavan. So if Vyaparavan, if it is Vyaparavan, then it has to be Karanitritiya. Like Banena Hanti, for example. Banena Hanti. Bana is a Karanam by which the Karta kills the person. So in Kriya there is in Kriya that the Karanam is used in the Kriya. The Kriya is accomplished with the help of the Karana. So Kriya Siddho Prakrishta Upakarakam Karanam. So that's why we say it is instrumental. Similarly here also, Charmana Kandukaha Nirmitaha, Charmana Kandukaha Nirmitaha when we say, so it is Kanduka, the ball is constructed and the Karana is Charman. The Charmana with the skin. The English translation with the skin. That's why this Charman, out of skin, with the skin, we may can get confused with whether this is Etau Tritiya. But it is a Karanam. The charma is employed in the construction of the ball directly. Unlike Punyena Harihi Drishtaha, where Punya gives the yogyatvam for the person to see the Hari. It is not like here. If charma cannot be the hetu, it doesn't give the yogyatvam for the ball. In fact, the ball is made from the karma. It is as a karana, it is involved. Charman it's a karan tritiya. Kriya siddhau, kriya nishpattau, sadhakatamam karanam, right? So kriya siddhi. So kriya siddhi is nirmita. Nirmana kriyayam, nirmana kriya siddhau. That sadhakatamam karanam is charman. Therefore, it is tritiya vibhakti. See, we have some stock example. Nayamatma pravachanena labhyaha. It's a good example. Pravachanena labhyaha. Pravachanam is vyakyanam. Vyakyanena na labhyaha na medhya na bhaguna shutena. So all these are examples. So the medhya is like medha, is it a hetu? Medhya, manasa, whatever it is. Chakshusha na labhyaha. Srotrena na labhyaha. Karmana na labhyaha. All these are their karnitritya, which is they are vyaparavan. They are involved in the action. Medha, medaya na labhyaha. By medha, it is not labhyaha. So medha cannot be the means for knowing Atma. Therefore, medha is karanam. Pravachanam, vyakyanam, by that Atma cannot be known. So pravachanam is not the karanam. I mean, it's karanatritiya. Pravachanam is karanatritiya. It is not the na labhyaha either. Therefore, not Atma is not attained by only pravachanam, vyakyanam. That is karanatritiya, means. The means of accomplishing the Atma. So, these are all examples for karana. More on that we will see. This example was thinking charmana kandukaha nirmitaha, which I told as hetu before. Now I'm correcting that. It is not karanitritiya. It is not hetu tritiya. It is karanitritiya. Please note. We can compare with the example. The example for hetu tritiya. I will type here and then delete. Dhanena kulam, what we saw now. Dhanena kulam and Kanyaya shokaha. So how do we translate? Kanya is the cause for shoka. So kulam, Dhanena kulam. The kulam is famous for its riches. So this is the hetu, not the karana. The kulam is known for its richness, rich. The Kanyaya shokaha. Similarly, other example in hetu tritiya. So you can see all this. The kula has got the yogyatvam because of dhana. Similarly, the shoka, which is due to Kanya. So Kanyaya shokaha. She is not the one who causes, but because of her, she is a hetu. That's why etau tritiya it is. So these are the examples for etau tritiya. Unlike that, charmana kandukaha nirmitaha, charma is the karanam, which is directly involved in the construction of the ball. Okay, therefore it is karane tritiya, it cannot be hetu tritiya. I will modify my write-up and then I'll let you know. I need to do some work on this. No? Okay, you can compare with the Karane Tritiya. Karane Tritiya example, what is the number? Karane Tritiya here. Sorry, not Karane Tritiya, Heto Tritiya. Karane Tritiya is what we are seeing now. Heto Tritiya is
41.
41.
Yes.
So there, if you see the examples are Adhyayana Vasati. Yes, Adhyayanam is the cause for the person to say. Is it a Karanam? It cannot be Karanam. It is Adhyayanam is Adhyayanam is the cause, is the reason. Is the reason for his staying. Punyena harihi drishtaha. Punya is not involved in the action directly. So therefore it is a hetu, gives a yogyata. Dayaya harihi jitaha. So daya is not a karanam. It is a hetu. So dayaya jitaha. Yuddhena harihi jitaha. Kanyaya shokaha. In fact, these examples are taken from somewhere. This Kanya, there are stock example. Kanyaya shokaha. Vidyaya yashaha. So Yasha, Yogyata for Yasha is due to Vidya. So it is Tritiya. The Charudeva Shastri, this explanation he has given like that. So Dravya, Guna, Kriya, due to this three, Tritiya Bhakti will come.
Dravya and Guna easily we can make out, sir. But Guna and Kriya. Dravya means it's a physical thing, no? So there only.
That, yes. Guna is an attribute, Kriya is an action. So due to these three, Tritiya Bhakti will come. Like in the example, Punyena Drishtaha Harihi, Punya is the Karanam for seeing the Hari. So this Punya, the Darshana is that Yogyata to see is due to Punya. So Punya gives rise to the Yogyata for Darshana Vyapar. Darshanam. But Darshanam is, for Darshanam, it is Punya is not the Karana. For Darshanam, you have to use Chakshuhu only. So Yogyata is given by the Punya, and for Vyapara, for seeing, we have to use Chakshuhu. The Chakshuhu is Karanam, and Punya is the Hetu. Therefore, Kriya, Dravya, Guna, anything can be the Vishaya of Hetu. Therefore, the Hetu is not involved, it's not Vyaparavam. It's not involved in the operation directly. Hetu is not. It gives the Yogyata for certain things. So, taking that, then the example, Karmana Kandukaha Nirmitaha. There, in the Nirmana Kriya, Charmana, not Karmana. Charman is involved directly. Not that the Charman gives the status of Yogyatvam to the ball. So therefore, Hetu has to be Hetu. I am ruling it out. It cannot be Hetu. It is Karane Tritiya. Sadhakatamam Karanam. Nirmana Kriya Siddho Sadhakatamam Karanam is Charman. Therefore, it is Karane Tritiya, not Hetu Tritiya. So by way of looking at this, now it is different. But this seems to be proper actually in keeping with the examples and little further analysis of the other commentaries. We will talk about Karana and Tritiya again later. Okay, this example, what I gave, Charmana, Kandukaha, Nirmitaha as Hetu, it's not Hetu, it is Karana. That is proper. Okay, now. So Vibhasha Gune Astriyam Visa. Okay. That is very clear. That guna should not be Strilinga and only in guna. When it is Dravya and Kriya, then it cannot be Panchami. Okay. Shashti Yetu Prayoge. Next sutra. Yetu Prayoge. Yetu Prayoge Shashti. Meaning, when the word Hetu Prayoge, Hetu is used. When the word Hetau, Kashika. Hetoho. Prayoga Hetu Prayoga. Hetu Shabdasya Prayoge. Then Heto Dyotye Shashti Vibhakti Bhavati. Kashika.
Only particular that Hetu Shabda we have to.
Yes. Hetu Shabdasya Prayoge. Heto Dyotye Shashti Vibhakti Bhavati. So, in the table, where it is, it in Shashti Vibhakti.
Not there.
Not there. This must be there. No? But Shashti not there. Shashti Bhakti not there. But yeah, Shashti Bhakti have not done. Not added Shashti. Didn't we see the sutra then? I think must be there.
After 101 is Shashti Vibhakti.
Okay. What's the number? Sutra number is
101, 101.
no, this is Shashti 2326.
Yeah,
Sorry, I missed it. Yes. 2326.
Given.
Yeto Prayoge.
Not in the table, I think.
Huh?
It's not
Not
in
there?
the table. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will have. Okay, not there in the table. Hetu Pranasya Hetoho. So you can see the website itself. We will add it. Anasya Hetoho Vasati. So Shashti Bhakti is used after a noun implying the cause of an action. And the word Hetu is used along with the word. So when Hetu, the word is there, then it will be Shashti. It's used along with the word. So Upapada Vibhakti. Upapada Vibhakti Anasya Hetu Shashti Hetu Prayoge. When the word Hetu is used, Hetoho Prayogaha Hetu Prayogaha. Usage of Hetu is Hetu Prayogaha. Hetu Prayoge. Then Shashti Vibhakti Bhavati. Hetu Shabdasya Prayoge. Hetu. The Hetu will take the Shashti Vibhakti. Annasya Hetoho Vasati. Hetu Prayoge. That Hetu Dyotye Shashti Vibhakti Bhavati. Hetu Shabda itself. Annasya Hetoho Vasati. He lives for what? Annam is the Hetu. And Hetu is used. That Hetu will take Shashti Vibhakti. Annasya Anna will take Shashti Vibhakti. Hetu Shabdasya Prayoge. When Hetu Shabda is used, Hetu Dyotye, when it indicates the Hetu is Anna, so therefore Shashti Bhakti Bhavati. So Vasati, it dwells. Why? For the sake of food. That is the Hetu. So therefore Shashti Bhakti is used. When the word Hetu is used, and that which is a Hetu will take Shashti Bhakti. So Annasya Hetoho. Anna is in Shashti Bhakti. We don't Annena Vasati Annena vasati is okay. Like adyayena vasati, annena vasati. But when the word is used hetu, then it has vishashti. We saw in hetu tritiya, adyayena vasati, the first example in the hetu. Adyayena vasati. He lives for adyayanam. Hetu is not there. Suppose if the word hetu is used, shall I write here? I will write here. That's the same example I take. So adyayana asya hetoho vasati. When you say like this, then it becomes, this is the example for the sutra. Adhyanasya hetoho, the year. Adhyayanam
Shashti.
is the hetu, and the word hetu is used, and the word hetu is used. Then then adhyayanam, which is a hetu, takes shashti vibhakti. Adhyayanam, which is the hetu, will take shashti vibhakti. I write here temporarily. Maybe I will change it later by the sutram. Shashti hetu prayoge. Both means same thing only. Meaning wise it is same. But here we cannot use tritiya vibhakti. So tritiya vibhakti cannot be used. I'll write that also. So tritiya should not be. Third case, therefore it's an apavada. Third case should not be used. It's a apavada. Adhyanasya hetoho vasati. So you can say like that. Suppose in case if you don't know whether what vibhakti to be used, tritiya, karana or heto, suppose you don't know, then you can make it shashti. Adhyanasya hetoho vasati. Okay. Shashti hetu prayoga. Next sutra. I think we'll do that later. That is Saptami. One example. Nyayadeshe kshamamane choraha avitavan. You try this. Nyayadeshe. Yada
यदा न्यायाधीशः
Nyayadesha
क्षमते
Kshamate.
Kshamate. Yeah.
Tata chora.
क्षमत
Akshamata.
Akshamata.
Okay.
Shamitavan.
क्षान्तवान्
Akshamata.
Shantavan.
Shant-
Shantavan.
Shantavan. Yeah. Tada
Choraha
choraha
dhavitavan.
dhavitavan. Okay, then Sati would be
Nyayadhishe.
Nyayadesha. Ekvachan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nyaya.
Nyayadisha. Dishe.
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 Nyayadeshe.
Nyayadishe.
Shamamani.
Shamamane.
Or Kshantavati Sati Choraha.
Shamitavati or
Shan.
Kshantavati.
Shantavati.
Yes. Shantami. Shantavati.
No, I wrote
Choraha.
Shamita. No, I made a mistake. I wrote as Shamitavati. So it is Shanta.
Yeah, it is the Anidda, the Shanta only. No. Bhute. Nyayaditaha.
Yada
Karmani prayoga.
Nyayadishena
Nyayadishena
Shamyate.
क्षम्यते
Shamyate.
akshamyata
Akshamyate.
Shamyate.
shantam tada choraha davitavan. So
Davitavan.
nyayadishena
Dishena Kshamyamani.
Shamyamani.
dhamyamane
क्षान्ते और क्षान्ते सति चोरः
दवितवान्। One more. सवितायां गायन्त्याम् अनुजा नर्तनं कृतवती. Okay.
यदा
यदा
सविता
सीता
सविता
सविता
गायति
गायति
गायति और
अगायत्
अगायत्
और
गीतवती
गीतवती
सविता गीतवती तदा
तदा
अनुजा
अनुजा नर्तनं
नर्तनं कृतवती.
कृतवती
Then
सप्तमी
सवितायां
सवितायां
गायन्त्यां
गायन्त्यां
सत्यां
और गीतवत्यां सत्यां
कृतवती. Right. Then
यदा कर्मणि यदा
सवितया
सीतया
गीयते
सवितया
गीयते
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 और अगीयत
और
अगीयत
गीतं गीतम्
ओके
तदा अनुजा
नर्तनं
कृतवती. सवितया गीयमान. Right. और गीते सती अनुजा नर्तनं कृतवती. Fine. Let's stop here and continue. I'll send the text table corrected once. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
धन्यवाद शंजी
धन्यवादः जी
धन्यवादः
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवादः जी
धन्यवाद.